Hi, my name is Traci Curry. I'm with New Mexico Agriculture in the Classroom, which is a free resource for educators. We try and provide great lessons for in the classroom, but now we're working a lot with out of the classroom. As you can see here, provided by the State Plains Roundup, a great opportunity for some e-learning and to get and to know agriculture. So we are so thankful to them, and what a blessing that is to your community to be able to host something like this. So we are excited to be a part of it. With us, we have Britney Lardner. She is the new coordinator for Ag in the Classroom, and we both do classroom visits. So we are super excited to be here, and we are a resource free for teachers. So be sure and tap into our resources and contact us with any educational needs that you may have. All right, so I'll get started. We titled this presentation From the Field because we know that people are kind of bored of looking at their computer screens and being in their houses and their yards. So we thought it might be a good time to do some field trips, so to speak, out into the field and to be able to show you guys what an amazing world that can come from all of these different fields. So what is agriculture? That's always a good question. We definitely don't want you leaving here today without knowing what agriculture is, because you're using it right now. You used it first thing this morning, you will use it all day long, and your life pretty much depends on it. I looked up a really good definition that really gets to the heart of things, talk about agriculture and the different definitions and overviews. This one, it's pretty rich. So agriculture is the most comprehensive word used to denote the many ways in which crop plants and domestic animals Brittany, am I boring you?
Sorry, Tracy. Sorry.
Am I boring you? Is this?
Sorry, there's a lot of words on that page there, Tracy, and
well, it does have the Latin meaning. Yeah, I thought, we all need to know the Latin meanings of things, right?
Being bilingual is great, Tracy, but I think our people need something a little more quick and jazzy than that.
Okay, I prepared it. I'm ready.
Okay, good.
How's this? Is this better? Are you thankful for this?
Yes.
Okay, so basically agriculture is two things. It may sound simple by doing it this way, but man, it sure does incorporate a lot of things. So if you can remember these two things, you will know what agriculture is. Agriculture is plants, which of course that means everything a plant needs, including healthy soil and water and all those good natural resources that a healthy plant needs to grow our food system. But that also means livestock animals. So livestock animals are not just your regular animals. They are more of animals like you would find on a farm. These are animals that are being raised in order to give us back important things. Okay, so if you can remember those two things, then you will have a better understanding of what agriculture is. How's that, Brittany?
Fantastic.
This is my favorite part of agriculture. And I know parents and teachers are not going to be real pleased with some of the food products I picked out, but they're some of our favorites. When we are talking about plants and animals, these are some of the basic things that we're really thinking of is good food. We have some great food systems here in the U.S. and provides us with lots of good, yummy food. But that's not the only thing that agriculture provides. When you're looking at a field, it's not just your food. It's so much more than that. So we thought this would be a good time to go out into a field. Now remember, if you ever want to visit a field, you really do need to obtain the permission of a farmer. There's laws and rules in place to protect not only us, but to protect our food system. So it's really important to make sure that you talk with that farmer and get permission first before visiting a field. So this is one of the places here that I stopped at in Las Cruces area, and took some great pictures of some blooms taking place that are going to grow some really cool stuff. Okay, let's go out in the field. Are you ready? here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. It is August, and you can see how beautiful this field is. And it's growing. Some amazing things are going on in the field. So if you can look real closely, you're going to see some different stages of things. This is actually Buddy Tharp's field in the Mesilla Valley of New Mexico. And as you can see, it's 103 out here in August.
Wow.
And these plants like it hot. I pulled these so you can kind of see the different stages of what's going on. Can anybody guess what that's going to be? It's good stuff. Out in the field, you know, you can see there's good pollinators out there. They're doing some important work because they are actually pollinating cotton. So you can see in this picture, you can see the bloom, one of the blooms there, but this one's got an early start. This one's already popped. So here's a full one. And then that one is your bloom that popped. It's ready to open. And of course, this happens at different stages on the plant. So that's what's really cool and exciting. Other thing is being able to talk about what cool stuff actually comes from that plant. So I was able to pull this out of the field. When you dig into it, you can actually pull out the seeds. And this one has a lot of seeds to it. So these seeds are just as important as the fiber. Fibers tend to stick to them. So here's what they look like. Those are the linters. And then if you clean them off, then you get your seeds. But there's oil in there, and they actually use this oil in a lot of our food system and our cosmetics. So pay attention, and you might even see on the next snack bag of chips that you eat, you might find that it was made with cottonseed oil. Also, you use cotton all the time. You might be using cotton right now. I hope you're dressed. Even if you're not using it right now, you did when you were a baby, because diapers are also cotton. This one's a clean one. You want to take a smell? Brittany, does it smell? You might wear it. Hopefully you're wearing some of these, okay? Maybe your dolly wears underwears, okay? Or maybe your parents. Maybe they need some underwear. They're clean too, no worries, okay? Also, did you use a towel today? You'll need to take a shower, take a bath. So maybe you use a towel, that's cotton. Maybe you curled up with your favorite blanket and you needed a pillow, right? Guess what? Cotton. And then how many of you love this stuff right here? Guess what? 75% cotton. That cotton, Brittany, winds up in some pretty awesome places. What about the field that you went to visit?
It definitely looks like you had a lot of places there for where cotton can be grown. I specifically have a chance to show you guys some things that chili contributes to. Aside from red and green chili that we eat on our plate, we'll go ahead and see what other items chili can be used for. As you can see on the plant there's a lot of little white flowers, kind of tiny. So we're gonna zoom in on one right about there. You can see it kind of on the right-hand side there, right in the middle. It's a little white flower. That is the spot where pollinators will go ahead and do their thing, and that will be the start of where our chili pod will start to grow from. And so each of these plants has roughly 30 to 45 of these throughout its cycle. And as they continue to grow, we will start to go ahead and see some chili pods take spot, okay? We'll go ahead and take a look at a plant here that has some actual chili already growing on it. Here are some green chili pods, nice and long, but they're not big enough just yet, so they have to keep them on and growing, okay? Now, throughout that process, you can also see that there are both red and green chili pods on the same plant, and that's just because it's the same chili, it just takes longer to mature for the red chili than it does for the green. So they pick them at different times. Andrew Graves here at Graves Farm and Garden, him and his crew of pickers here, they are busy in action taking these chili pods off of the plant. This variety is called Big Jim, Okay, we'll go ahead and see that pop up there. Okay, now these ones are about the length of my forearm, so it's a pretty big chili pod once it's picked. These ones are going to be deliciously roasted soon, and so they put them into those bags in 10-pound bags. Some of the things that are connected to that chili pod, for example, so let's say that we were using the red chili, okay? The pigment inside of that chili correlates to a certain type of food dye that we can utilize not only for lipstick, see how bright and shiny red this is? We can thank red chili for that because the pigment in it is associated with the red food dye that is taken out of that chili pod for that pigment. Also, the red shirt that I'm wearing, or even this red bandana, those types of pigments are taken from the red chili pods and inserted into our clothes. So we're not only eating it, but we're also wearing it. So that's amazing. Also, who loves Twizzlers? That dye that's in there contributed from the chili, okay? Also, do you guys ever have any like growing pains in your knees or maybe your elbows, or if like you fall and you're just having a bit of a headache? Well, there's certain types of pain reliever that will go ahead and have that capsaicin from the chili inserted into that pain reliever medicine. So there's many different ways that chilies can contribute to that portion. We're gonna go ahead and see how alfalfa can help us to enjoy goldfish, Cool Ranch dip, Twix, cheese, and even Jell-O. What? How crazy cool is that? Alfalfa, that is another term that is associated with hay whenever we talk about different types of forages for our animals. Here comes Farmer Andrew Graves through his field. And this is alfalfa. And you can see as I pick it up here, pretty purple little flowers on the top there. Now, once he goes ahead and cuts it, they'll go ahead and lay in what they call our windrows. And I just walked over one. It's just the clumping of the grass. They'll go ahead and let it dry, and then they bale it on up. Okay, that alfalfa helps us to create the ice cream, butter, and cheese. But it helps when it's fed to the right animals. We need to go ahead and feed our cows and our livestock, such as cattle, those types of forages, such as the alfalfa, in order for them to be healthy and produce the amount of milk needed to be sent off to different dairies to go ahead and do the production, such as our cheese, or send it off to another location so they can go ahead and use condensed powder in order to create the cheesy goodness. Those are just a few ways that I know of that we utilize dairy products as well as chili peppers, not only just on our plates, Traci. I will go ahead and pop up our email address as well as the link to our website in case they want to come and visit us. We would love to have them come and meet with us or have us come visit their classrooms.
We've developed a resource page for teachers that gives us our website, our e-learning blog, so that we can provide these resources for now our informal educators, families, and also information about some of the great work that Brittany's been doing on the Ag Literacy Project, which actually provides free resources for education. We also have ties into some great lessons that go with, this presentation is kind of a great lead-in to then explore for more. And we also have some great e-learning magazines that will provide better content and resources, especially geared for 4th and 5th grade. We can always dig in deeper, and we can go to new fields. So just use us as a great resource. We're here.